You know what I've noticed recently?
Global warming?
No, silly. Something far more important than that is that people don't talk about Wii Fit enough.
Shh.
I mean, who wouldn't want to play this? To be honest, if I was walking around the shops when this came out and saw this, I would be kind of confused. Like, a fitness game for the Wii? That sounds boring. But even though getting Wii Fit is the last thing a lot of people want to do, the game Wii Fit still sold tremendously. It was the 6th most sold Wii game on the whole console with 22 million copies sold. And I can see why. Even though the game is 17 years old, I still think this game deserves to have people still talking about it. So bust out your fitness balls because it's time to get fit. You might be wondering, how would they make something that's boring fun?
Gee, I don't know.
Well, Wii Fit has all kinds of fun minigames to help you with balance, posture, and fitness. When you first open the game, you need to make a profile, which is pretty easy as you might assume. You use your Mii to represent yourself, and then after that, you do a balance test and a bunch of little things to assess how you're doing with your fitness and balance. After that, you pick your personal trainer. Now, this is a very hard decision that have rattled people for centuries. Boy or girl? And of course I picked the girl. I mean, it's literally in Smash Bros. But once you made this very hard decision, you get sent to a hub of sorts where you can pick an assortment of games and activities with the goal of helping you get fit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna talk about the yoga poses and the trainer sessions. I'm here to talk about the games! Like, to be honest, who actually did the trainer exercises besides maybe trying it out? There are 21 games, not counting the different modes in them. And yes, I'm gonna go off of Wii Fit Plus as it's the same as Wii Fit but with more content. But with that, let's begin. The hula hoop in Wii Fit is a strange one for me. For some reason, no matter how hard I tried, I could never get the hoops to actually spin for more than 1 or 2 times. This might be due to me being 9 years old when I first played the game, and never really played it after that. I have played it more recently and I can say the same thing. It's just not that easy to control. As a kid who could hula hoop over 100 times in real life, this was very hard for me. The step minigame is a game where you're supposed to step on the Wii footboard in sync with the feet that pop up. It's made to help your sense of rhythm. I mean, I played this a bit, but it's not all that interesting. But I guess it did help with my rhythm since I could play 2 instruments. The run minigame, the only thing that I cheated in. I mean, sometimes I would actually do the run, but it got very tiring, which, now that I think about it, is the goal of the game. But when I first got Wii Fit, I was having none of it. I would always just swing the remote with my hands. I was more focused on looking at the surrounding areas of Wuhu Island than actually getting fit. The rhythm boxing game is a minigame I never really got to play as my nunchuck broke when I was little and couldn't use it. When I did replay it though, I noticed that the announcer is really weird. Like, who is this guy? Some janitor that founded Nintendo?
Right, block. Left, block.
The soccer minigame is one of my absolute favorites. I used to have so much fun playing this. I trying to get high scores and falling over since you actually lean so far to the side to hit the damn ball. I swear I always used to fall off the damn thing. But I think the reason I liked it because I wasn't actually doing anything to get me tired or fit. I just like playing the game for the experience. Also, I think that out of every single game on Wii Fit, no, the Wii itself, this game has the most satisfying sounds. I mean, just listen. Okay, so let me just get this out of the way. The ski minigame was straight ass! I guess it's because I never really finished it properly because I couldn't get my character to go through the dinky little arrows. I'm pretty sure I never finished this minigame before without hitting one of those arrows. But to be honest, not all the ski games are bad. The ski jump was actually one of my favorites, mostly due to how easy it was. All you had to do was push up at the right time and lean forward. The only hard part was nearly falling off the pad. The table tilt minigame, I don't really know what to say about this one. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it doesn't feel like it should be a Wii Fit game. I feel like it would fit better in Wii Party or Wii Play than, you know, in Wii Fit. The rope minigame is so damn hard. I've tried and tried and I can never complete this. This is the only minigame where I haven't completed it before. Honestly, with the balance bubble minigame, there's not that much to talk about. I mean, it's a fun minigame and all, but like, it's nothing special. All you do is navigate your way through the stage by shifting your balance, and now that I think about it, a lot of the games are kind of boring to talk about, so I'll quickly get the games that don't have much to offer out the way. In Penguin Slide, the goal is to slide an iceberg side to side to make your me, a penguin, collect all the fish. It sounds simple, but there are more and more fishes popping up on screen. It can get a bit tricky, but this is a good minigame overall. Okay, this was by far the most boring minigame. I mean, all you do is try and sit down and keep still. That isn't fun at all, and you have to sit here for 3 minutes. Also, when you're playing the game, there are sounds playing and all of that to distract you, but when I was little, all it would do was make me scared. With all the walking sounds, it feels like some sort of haunted house. I don't know if I'm dumb or something, but I could never complete this when I was a kid. Also, who thought of math as a minigame in a fitness game? Those two don't go together. And I swear to God, if I ever make the slightest damn movement, it would make my me go off in random directions. And sometimes it even went in a different direction than what I leaned into. This is one of, if not the best minigame on Wii Fit. Not because it's about biking, but it's because you can go anywhere. I mean, this is literally the closest thing we're gonna get to get a free roam Wuhu Island experience. I remember exploring every little bit of the island trying to find new secrets, although I wasn't very good at the cycling bit. I used to get tired after marching my legs up and down. And I know you're supposed to go on a specific path, but I wasn't gonna do that. So I never really had a nunchuck, so I can never do this one, but I recently got one, and I mean, it's fine, it's a rhythm game, so it's fun, I guess. I guess it's just nothing to take home about. It's just Wii Sports Golf, except you're at a driving range, and do you really need to position your feet like a golfer? It just makes the game harder and more annoying. I didn't really like this one that much. This was one of those games that is just so good, as it's open world. Well, kind of. It's like the bike minigame, but you're blocked from going too far from the main part. The goal is to run to these balloons and gain points, and it kind of gives off Mario Kart Wii sort of vibes. There is a time limit, so you don't really get to explore that much. This one sucked. For the life of me, I could not aim for shit. I sucked at it when I was little, and I suck at it now. You play as a chicken trying to flap its wings to fly from platform to platform, but I swear I could not balance my me or even control it. Okay, I was actually really good at this one. I remember me and my brother comparing scores and trying to name all the aimbot in my brain and to headshot every me I saw. I mean, it's kind of simple. All you do is just lean from side to side to, you know, try and aim at the me's. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. This is by far the #1 minigame in Wii Fit. If you think other, fight me. I remember having a blast playing this game. I mean, multiple levels, the right balance of difficulty, just blended so well together. And bro, the music. It's one of the best songs you can ever hear. I remember every time I booted up Wii Fit, before everything I would play this. The only annoying thing was that every time I jumped on the board, it would pop up with a little message. And I don't know why, it would always restart the level whenever I jumped on the board. This is just a fruit balance minigame from Wii Party, except with a balance board. There's nothing else to be said. I don't really know how to rank this one since I never had a nunchuck when I was little, but for what it looks like a nice little rhythm game. I mostly like the part where the entirety of Wuhu Island is all decorated with lights and streamers and all that. I mean, it just looks beautiful. Once again, I never had a nunchuck, so I could never experience this, but I haven't been bothered to play this since I'm writing the script during school. But for what it looks like a juggling minigame where you need to balance the ball under you while you juggle balls, so, I mean, it looks fine, I guess. And finally, the last game on our list. In Skateboard Arena, you go around doing tricks and getting points while skateboarding around. And I don't know why I thought it was mind-blowing when I was little when all I had to do was turn the balance board sideways to mimic a skateboard. But yeah, I mean, it's a neat little mini-game overall, and it's a good one to finish off the, the ranking tier list. So now that we've reviewed all these games, we need to answer the question of why. Why did people stop talking about Wii Fit? Well, I mean, there are a few reasons. One of them is that the game is old, like I mentioned before. I can get that people don't want to talk about a game that released 17 years ago. And another reason is that it's not as interesting to make content about it, since every YouTuber ever has already made a video about this game. Also, this game is just a silly little fitness game made for the Wii, so it doesn't really have that much content to talk about. So yeah, I guess that's why people have stopped talking about it. As well as minigames, there are other things to do on Wii Fit, but honestly, they're not worth talking about. I've been testing and ranking and writing this script for days, and I got more painful hours of editing, and once again, thank you for the support on my last video. It got me from less than 100 over to 230, and now it's at 380. Like, what? Yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.